Top 10 current AEW Midcard wrestlers who would be main eventers elsewhere. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My name is Soheb and you're watching Wrestling Fact. Number 10. Sammy Guevara. Sammy Guevara is a former TNT champion placed at a very top of AEW Midcard. Guevara has been shining light for AEW, rising the occasion when it comes to big feuds, even scrolling the winning pinfall in the main event of Double or Nothing 2021. He will be future main eventer in AEW, but he has talent, charisma and star power to be main event talent in 9 out of 10 independent complaints at this point because he is elite performer even at still a young age. Number 9. Lance Archer. Lance Archer size alone make him a perfect monster heel main eventers for most promotions out there in the world. Unfortunately, it hasn't worked out of for him in AEW and disputes some big matches he often lost, finding himself lower down the card, whether it be in indie promotions or even somewhere like Impact. Lance Archer has the look of the world champion. Number 8. Brian Cage. As proven by his name in Impact Wrestling, Brian Cage is someone who can be a main event talent. During his reign as the Impact World Champion, he was a formidable force, using his spirit, size, and strength to make him into a great champion. Tough AEW hasn't been able to make use of him, praise due to him lacking in mic skills. His success in Impact showed that he doesn't necessarily need to be perfect as everything in order to thrive at the very top and hold a world championship gold. Number 7. Malakai Black. Whilst wrestling Tommy and Black would win the WXW World Championship now with much more exposure and more people aware of the Aura Black process, he would likely win world title in several other places too. Black has tremendous upset and the atmosphere created even just in his entrance his proof alone of how much star power he has now, how he can truly become a once generation performer it given the chance to succeed at the every top from mic skill to in-ring talent. Malaika has the full package as a performer. Number 6. Darby Allin. Allin is someone on the peripheries of the main event and he has been a upper mid-carder ever since he stepped into AEW, making himself one of the most popular names in the entire promotion. He is a hugely marketable asset and that alone would push him to the top of many companies around the world. He has unique look, style, and offense, and has a growing fan base. If it wasn't the massive amount of star power in AEW, he would be in the main event since already because he is currently good enough to thrive there. Number 5. Daniel Garcia. Garcia is one of the most promising young talent in the world, and with his age of inexperience, his current position in AEW is currently the best for him. However, if AEW hadn't caught their hands on him, he would likely be the spotlight in an independent company. For a smaller promotion, Garcia would be the perfect wrestler to build around. He has pounds of potential, but even though he isn't complete polished at he would be a top name in promotion their smaller fan base. Number 4. Park. When AEW began, it seemed as though Park was set to be one of the key stars that the company built around, with feuds against Hangman Page and even a victory over Kenny Omega. However, with the arrival of Hug names, the impact of the pandemic and blockade roster, Park was often got lost in the shuffle. Once he left AEW, he was pushed to the top of the Dragon Gate promotion, and he was a dominant champion in that company. So if he were to ever leave AEW, there are many places at the top of the card for someone as talented as Park. Number 3. Miro. Miro's physically presence and charisma make him a perfect monster heel. It took a little while for him to get going in AEW, but once he found the Redmere gimmick, he was one of the most over and entertaining parts of the show. His TNT title reign was fantastic, dominating the mid-card. Miro is someone who would be perfect fit as a hard-hitting, brutal somewhere like New Japan Pro Wrestling, and it would be easy to advantage him running through competition in physical battles, and if he was even running the show as the top of the card, it wouldn't feel out of the place. Number 2. Ethan Page. Ethan Page has one of the top little in a few small promotion on the independent wrestling scene, and that is no mistake from his look, mic work, and completely solid in-ring action. Page has everything to success. It is surprising to see where he is in AEW, as he has a lot to give in wrestling and should probably be much higher up the card. At this stage there is a plenty time for him to climb up the card, but in other companies he would be one of the top guys. Number 1. Andrade El Idolo. There is should be zero doubt in anyone's mind that Andrade look like a complete star. He has been underused in AEW thugs for there in time to turn things around back in WWE. Not enough was done with Andrade, and the same risk in present in AEW. He has a potential to be main event superstar, and if he doesn't reach that level in AEW, he can undoubtedly reach the heights elsewhere. Somewhere like a triple AA or NJPW would likely push Andrade right to the top. He has already shown that he can be a main eventer during his time in CMLL 2.